earphones, earmuffs, I mean. I must go in there to the earmuffs where I get these earmuffs from and re-talk to them, because I talked to their salesperson and that salesperson never ever got back to me. So I'm going to talk to the owners, and then after that I'm going to, if they are not interested, then I'm going to use somebody else. I need to oil this up actually before it gets rusty after its little swim at in Lake Taupō. It's a bit of a late start today. I slept in this morning. Yola Capity, how are you, brother? Cap. I'm going to call you Cap from now on, bro, and it's not Cap as the youngins say it, it's Cap as in Capitan. Anyway, just get this down here. The forklift here is not getting gas. The pump's still going. I had a 2-second look at it the other day. But I haven't, well, I'm close to having it sorted out. But we're just going to have to cut right here. I'm just going to have a quick day here. Tomorrow we're going to Kiowa. And then I may be going to Raglan on Friday. I have got a little bit of an issue coming up on Friday, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's get into it. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Capity. Yeah, no, I'm good. I slept in today. I never sleep in. And I slept in. It was like, I think it was 8:30 in the morning. Normally I'm awake about 5-ish. I don't know, woke up, sort of was in a daze really. And then it was 8:30. I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm feeling good. Yola everybody. Here we go, let's get into it. I'm gonna have to try and walk the splitter all the way down here and get it as close to this as I can. Spending the time and making would be the way to go, but I can't be bothered, you know. I'm just gonna either throw those rings. They're quite big, like that's sort of just, well, must be, it's well over knee height, like diameter. So, but I'll get it as close as I can. Anyway, let's get these on and let's get going. And then I haven't really planned the trip yet for tomorrow. I haven't planned Friday either, but I've looked at the weather. Taupō is looking good this weekend too, like Taupo, but me and Yola Estate aren't sort of seeing eye to eye at the moment. My mate, it's his birthday today, and he just bought a motorbike and a motocross bike. His son races a little bit, and his son lives with the mum, who they're not together, but I'm not actually, I don't know what's going on with that. Actually, I was maybe going to go riding on the weekend for one of the days and live stream it, or make a video, and that would be with him and his son and his son's stepdad at a track. It's not a like motocross track, but it's a trail ride sort of thing. But we'll see. And Yola Estate didn't like that. Well, she likes that, but yeah. She says I get to go and see all my friends. She's going out on Friday night with her friends to dinner and a whole bunch of other stuff. And then was wanting to go on Saturday, but she says I get to go out with all my friends. But she's going out on Friday night. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. It really makes me think, like, it makes me annoyed, you know? And now she wants to go out on Saturday and see her friend. Like, it's just pathetic. Anyway, Yola! Just pathetic. She works with all her mates as well. Like, anyway, let's get into this. This chainsaw's a 661 94cc commercial saw from the Stihl Shop in Hamilton East on Grey Street. I'll just give this a quick clean out. Check them out. Mention the YouTube dude if you need any outdoor equipment, generators, chainsaws, lawnmowers, IMO, apparel. They sell filleting and hunting knives, fishing knives, sausage makers, sausage mincers, all kinds of things. The Stihl Shop in Hamilton East on Grey Street. Check them out for all your outdoor needs and more. We got a lizard. There's a little baby lizard. Oh, darling, you like Daddy? Do you want to be Daddy's friend? Oh, it doesn't want Daddy. Don't like Daddy. Kind of like the dolphins in the last trip. Didn't want to know Daddy. Well, Daddy didn't give them a chance either. I'm not staying in the bloody water. It's 60 meters deep or whatever it was. YouTube better start showing my stuff to everybody, or I'm gonna teach them a good old lesson. I mean it. I'll teach them a bloody good old lesson. Make sure we're all kind of sitting flat here. No, we'll just go grab I can't wait to get my tractor up here and clean this shed out. I tell you. Let's try and roll these. So I had one of our watchers here last night message me. I nearly went out last night sparing. I didn't think of it till later in the evening. Chucked the torch on charge, and I was ready to go at about, I don't know, I can't remember what time it was. Pretty late, 10 something. And then I decided, actually, I'm not going. I nearly did though. Might be easier to go backwards, I doubt it though. Yeah, I don't think I want to see Yola Estate this weekend. Not at all. Really starting to get on my nerves, that woman. Her attitude. Anyway. There's just a little knob over here that's preventing it.
falling over. All right, there we go. I'm going to set up a camera at the house and just let it run 24/7 for the next 5 years, you know. Maybe a few cameras if YouTube doesn't start showing my stuff properly, and they can deal with that. Because I tell you what, it's the amount of storage that they'll need for that will be crazy. I'll just plug the cameras in and have them running for the next 5 years, 24/7. I'm dribbling. There's spit coming out of my mouth. Woo! Should be a couple of cube easy here. This is my favorite way to come in and cut. Just catch my breath here. Oh. another one, damn it! For a touch. Put that in nice and close so we don't go and stand on it. Let's move some of this. Oh, Yola Estate reckons, oh, you just got your feet up on the boat. Come and do it then. Let's see you do it. Let's see you have your feet up on the boat for days on end. Let's see you just back the trailer in and get the trailer in the water for a start. If and all talk. All if and talk. Bullcrap artist. Anyway. I don't even give a damn. Not one bit. My knee is twisting. Let's see you even back the trailer in. Can't even do that. Big time artist. All right. I hate hypocritical crap, hey. I'm not perfect here, you know. But I ain't no well, I might be actually, I don't know. Let's move on, you're right. Why is the phone bloody jiggling around? It's jiggling around on top of my head. It's getting bloody annoying. This wood is for next year. This particular wood. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, baby. Oh. All right. So we're gonna have to chuck those rings forward. That looks pretty good to me. Unless I go straight back over here, which would most probably be the easiest option in the long run. Actually, because then we don't have to try and position out here. My dad used to say, my dad was married to my mum all my life, you know, and stuff. He used to say, don't air your dirty laundry in public. Well, too bloody bad, I do what I bloody want. I don't give a shit. All right. All right, so it really annoys me, eh? Oh, you can go and see all your friends when she's going out on the night before I go out for the day riding my bike with my mate. She's off for dinner, a movie, who knows what else. And with her friends. But then I'm wanting to go riding my bike the next day with my mate. And she's got the nerve to say that to me. It astounds me. It astounds me. It really, really astounds me. And because on the Maratar trip, I went and saw my best mate, or one of my best mates, that I ain't seen in years, who lives where I'm at, who I haven't seen in ages, and I'm sleeping in the back of the boat in winter, and I go and see him, and blah, 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 blah about that. It just really astounds me, hey, that I'm off. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous talk. Childish. Oh, you had a chocolate bar? I don't know. Really just astounds me. Astounds me, man. And I don't care. Happy life, my butt. Happy. I don't give a damn about that. Happy husband. That's what it should be. Women want to be equal. No, they bloody don't. Not when it comes down to it. No, they don't. They want to get paid equal. It's like the women's rugby. The men get paid way more than us. Oh, do they? I wonder why. Have a think about it. We want to get paid as much as the men. And then you ask a couple of women, who's playing in the next game in the women's rugby? Oh, I don't know. How many women are going to watch the women's rugby? Not a lot. How many are going to watch the men's rugby? A heck of a lot. Oh, then why do the men get paid more then? I wonder, it makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, sorry everyone. Not. I'm bloody not. I'm not bloody sorry one bit. Oh. You got women on frickin' YouTube with their clothes off, but they want to be equal to men. When do you see men rocking around with their clothes off? Like, it's disgusting, man. Anyway, no, I'm not even angry. Just playing. I'm not angry, but it does astound me. Stupid comments like that. You're gonna go see your mates when she's going out with her mates the night before. Like, really? It astounds me. Stupid comments like that get on my nerves. So I just don't want anything to do with her at the moment, and that she might think that that's fine. Well, it ain't fine for me. It's not fine for me. I said I need to get equal and even. I don't like it. I don't like getting vindictive or anything, but I will. And when someone talks to me like that, it drives me insane. A stupid comment like that. Where is the sense in that? Where is her brain in that? You know, like, it really drives me insane. Just the mentality of a comment like that. She's going out the night before with her mates. I want to go out the next day, but then she's going on about me seeing my mates and how she can't. What a load of crap, man. It makes me honestly frustrated, and it makes me annoyed, not angry. I said, what was that? An exhibition? We need emotional content. Now try again. I said emotional content, not anger. Now try again. Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon. It's like a finger pointing to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory. Hopefully we've got 4 bars down here. Got a gas here. This is my cancer arm. This is my non-cancer arm. I'm not going riding. I know that already. Can't be bothered with it. Was just suggesting it. Nearly run my chainsaw over there too. I want to go to Taupō. The weather's going to be okay in Taupo. And I want to go try do some stuff around the batch in Taupo. I might just run. I want to run a live stream, but I want to do both. So me and Yola Estate will most probably go down there and do some stuff in Taupo. I want to get some weighted line. I want to give the trouting another go. I've had a little bit of look at it. They're saying you need to be 5 meters to 15 meters deep. There's been some small suggestions and comments. Maybe I should stick a couple of cannonball sinkers in front of the lure, and that will get it down. And it needs to get down about 5 meters or up to 15 meters, depending on what we're doing and what we're looking to do. So I think we'll just get some weighted line. There's actually a rod that I really quite like down there, and I might need to have it. I don't know yet. It was pretty. It was very, very beautiful rod and reel. But it was combo for freshwater and ocean fishing. So I've kind of fallen in love with it. And the guy was like, say this is the rod here. He had the rod and he bent it down. He's like, pull it up, pull the rod up. And he had it bent down to the ground. And he's like, pull the rod back. And I was pulling it back. And he's like, pull it back. So I was like, "Rrr." And it was beautiful, man. It was a beautiful, beautiful rod. And it had an overhead type reel, which I have not really used. I had one in my earlier day. I've got one at home that Dad gave me as well, but I quite like this, and it would be perfect for snapper fishing too. That's what I'm gonna do. I was never actually well, I don't know. I wasn't that keen to go riding anyway, or I would. But it's the way that it's the comment.
It's the stupid, in my opinion, comment. You know? It really changes the way I react. And obviously, I'm in a real good mood because of it, you know? And I am. I'm in a good mood, very happy. As you can tell. Right, I am. I really am. I love it. I love getting aggressive. I love it. Ilia Topuria, man. Ilia Topuria. His skill level is so great. I love his fighting style, eh? Ilia Topuria, even though he got his face rearranged by Justin, who I like Justin too. Ilia Topuria, man. I hope he comes back, and I hope he, you know, puts it under. It's one loss. Who cares? One loss. Come back, smash Paddy. I like Paddy too, though. Fight Paddy. Whoever wins fights Justin, you know, or even Ilia comes back, fights Paddy, smashes him, or loses, whatever. I think Paddy's got a good chance. Fight Paddy, win or lose. Well, then okay. Fight Armin, smash him. I don't mind Armin either, though. Smash Armin, smash Paddy, then smash Justin. I think Justin Gaethje's got, well, I don't know. In my opinion, he's got one fight left before he retires, if he doesn't retire already. Like, in his mind, what's best for him. I think that fight is Max Holloway, and he tries to redeem himself for the Max Holloway knockout, that he just got knocked out by Max Holloway. Who knows? That's up to Justin Gaethje. Maybe he's got 2 or 3 years left. He doesn't need to. He's done all there is, and there isn't that many fights for him other than rematches. There's the guy that beat Chandler just at the White House card, but I don't see that being worthy and an important fight at this point of Justin Gaethje's career, unless he hangs around. I think rematch Max. While Ilia Topuria is fighting Paddy and Armin, or just Paddy, or whatever. And I think Armin should fight Oliveira while he's waiting, while Paddy fights Ilia, and then whoever wins out of Oliveira and Armin, and whoever wins out of Paddy and Ilia, they fight, unless that one fight where Ilia fights Paddy is enough for either Paddy or Ilia to fight Justin, you know? And then there's Max, whether he loses or wins, because Max knocked out Justin few months ago, not long ago. So it's not clean that Justin wins that, but I think Justin does win it. I think Justin had his nose broken early in the fight, and it just went downhill for him from there. So I think a rematch with Max is on Justin's mind, if that be the last fight or him carry on. Anyway, we're all warmed up here. We're just going on the trailer again. It's nice and easy for me. Rather than getting the truck out, I still haven't taken the batteries out. I just want this to warm up. It needs a new spark plug. Or there's air getting in there, and it is leaking, so I don't know. I'm just gonna chuck you up on my thing here, up on my head here. I think we'll just stick with the first person view, unless I go and stick it on there. What do you reckon, Capity? On there with the we got the rod view there. I can just clip it on and turn it around and face it this way, or do you want first person view? Up to you, Capity Coaster.
That's if you're still in here, Capity. All right, so I'm going to chuck this wood over while Capity gets back and makes his decision. And I'm going to chuck this wood over here so it's a bit closer so we can get through this really, really quickly. Effing bloody! I reckon I can lift both of these rings here. I doubt it. We'll see. We'll see if I'm man enough to lift this whole section, eh? With my broken leg. I don't know if I can do it with my broken leg. It might be stupid to risk it. This is all gum here. I don't know, can I lift that up? It's just my leg as well as weight. It's pretty bloody heavy. Let alone my leg. All right, so that's not going to work. I've got a good mind. I know I said I'd never do this and start this chainsaw without having my chaps on, but it's just a little cut here. And the chaps are way up the other end of the thing. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go and get them. I really honestly value the small safety aspects that I use, which is the very basics of using a chainsaw. And even though these are way down here and I would have already been finished, I'm going to come down here. And there's two reasons. One, I will feel so much better putting them on. Well, there's three. Two, if an accident was to happen somehow, it can happen. I've got these on my legs and hopefully I don't get cut. Three, even though it's going to be the littlest amount of cutting and sawdust, I don't want any sawdust in my shoes, and these chaps stop the sawdust as well. I've got a bung leg here. I'll show you after this if you don't already know. We're going fishing tomorrow, live streaming fishing, and Friday. I also have this on at all times when I'm not using the chainsaw, which is the safety lock for the bar here. I just go like this with my wrist, rock it forward and put it on. Generally, if I can, if I really, you're not supposed to do it like this, but I sometimes go like that, and that stops the chain going round when the chainsaw is going. Even if I gave it full throttle, it won't go round. It's called the chain lock or the safety lock, and you got to pull it back and then the chain will go round. And I use that at all times when I'm moving, when the chainsaw is going. Even when the chainsaw is not going, I generally have it on. So on. And then I had the chainsaw like this, right in here, like this, so the chain is right up against the, or under the forklift, so I can't stand on it while the bar was cooling down. But I also generally have this on. So if you don't see it when you're walking around later on, you forget that it's on where it is, and you go and stand on it and it rips your legs open. It does happen. These back off. I can hardly ride the motorbike anyway, with my leg like this. But I'll quickly show you my leg anyway, just because I can. This is my knee at the moment. It doesn't look too bad today. But here's my other knee. That's my good knee. And this is my bad knee at the moment. It's most of the time I've got my foot up like this, tiptoeing. So that's my, anyway, that's why I couldn't really lift this. And these rings are huge. They're quite just one ring alone heavy enough already. What did Capity say? For some reason I can't open the chat up here. Oh yeah. Leave it on, laugh. Yeah, bro. Yola pink. Yola nun nun. We're just gonna go with the first person view. We may change and go back. We'll see what it's like. There, perfect. This winds down as it vibrates sometimes, so alright, so let's start the timer. Is it 118? Holy crap, a lot of torque, no walk. Alright, so there we go. about engines, what engines are. These gloves are no good here. We'll just turn out. Right, so we're gonna use this for a bit. YOLO, Michael. How are we gonna do this? Leloy. We could muck around a bit longer, eh? It's annoying me, that's all. I don't know if you want to see that part too, eh? You really do. I do. Then we got that. So we'll go up.
Okay, sir. All right, so here we go, everyone. Let's just check that bloody. That's what's right for my liking. This is for next year's one, so the guy can have the wetter stuff, you know. It's all ready to go, really. Let's have a look at this action. Let's just jump in here and see how much we got. YouTube's not really playing. I don't know, YouTube's not giving me any views at the moment. Which is, you know, whatever, but it's a little bit annoying. I'm blaming YouTube. Because it doesn't seem to matter what I'm doing. It's the views are very low. This wood is beautiful, man. If you want gum, I'm the gum master. The guy I went and delivered the wood to last night, he was a cool guy. He was awesome, eh? He was actually really quite an interesting guy, even though I didn't talk to him very long. I could have just pulled forward, you know. So what we'll do is we'll just get this front part. I might have to chainsaw some more up. There's a bit of rod and stuff in that log, and I'm not gonna chuck that in. I'm just gonna burn it myself. And some of it, the stuff that's on the ground, the majority of it's too dry, and I'll just sell that to someone else, and or burn it myself. Dry gum like this can be worth gold, eh? At this time of year. I burn this stuff at home all the time. The stuff right now that we're using, it was getting burnt last year as well, with people. Yeah, this would go home and go in the fire straight right now, you know. Easy. Close. Very, very close. Damn it. If I chuck that stuff in on the ground, it'll be all over Rover. But I'm a bit like that. I cannot do it. I cannot do it.
Let's have a little seat here. Beautiful piece of wood there. No way. That wood, piece of wood right there is about the level that we want the whole trailer at. That one just right there. Okay, sir. I should just lift a couple of these blocks out of the way. Screw it. That's way too dry. If I chuck this on, it would be over. Yep, so I'm thinking we're going to Taupō this weekend. Otherwise, depending on the weather, I'll check loops out. The weather in Kaiaua for loops. And we'll have a look into next week as well. And we'll take loops up and take loops out for a couple of days, maybe a week, you know. Might as well make it worthwhile. I might try and run a 24/7 live stream. If we do go out for the week, we won't do it 24/7 over the weekend because we have effing bloody lawn there. Well, we'll see. She might, you know, not forgive me and go, I'm not coming anywhere near you, mate. Dream on. And I'll go, sweet as. You better get your bloody butt in that bloody ute right now. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, so we won't run the stream, live stream over the weekend 24/7, but we'll run it 24/7 throughout the coming week, pending on, of course, the weather. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to have a think about it. I'll have to have a think about it. All this wood's dry, and I don't like giving away dry wood for the price of love, you know. So like, it's all dry enough to burn anyway, but this stuff's just super dry. So that won't be super, well, it will be, but it won't be, you know. And it's most probably small enough. We only need a couple of rings, to move it. Yeah, I can easily move it. So I'll just cut into that one. I should, you know, I'll bet you all my firewood years, I've always separated into piles. Some wood's better than other wood, and it takes ages because normally when you start doing that, you run into this really good wood, and then you end up with this big pile over here, and then the pile you've got that you actually need right now is, you know, and you struggle to get it, you know, like I could just chuck that stuff on, the trailer would be gone. But it makes a difference in the end, especially when some wood might be worth $500 a cube, you know, difference, or $300 a cube compared to $100 a cube, you know, and it's the same log here, but you throw it over there, and now that pile over there is $300 and this a cube, and this pile over here is $100, you know, sort of example. So in the long run, it's worth it, especially if you get a good pile over here at $300 a cube, rather than the, you know, the stuff like example on the trailer, example $100 a cube, where example this pile here is now a $300 pile, example, you know. It actually works out, especially if you're doing it all season long, and before long that pile that's right there is huge, you know, and you've got this pile that you're now selling for $300 a cube, and instead of $100, example. Be way too dry. Fire out! This stuff here won't be as dry, I don't think. No way. It's gonna be. Let's have a little look. go bloody fishing! Ah! Holy moly, that was huge, man. Look at the size of it. I've never seen one that big before. That's a pretty big one. That is a big whitetail, man. I tell you, it's huge. Whoo! Look how big it is. You can see it from way up here. Stuff of nightmares. Get that in your earphones there, Leroy. Get a bite on your ear or something like that. You'd be sorry, man. You might lose your ear. If not worse. Right. I don't like turning my chainsaw off hot like that, but for something like that, I actually thought, nah, that can't have been a whitetail. That was huge, but everywhere. Oh, it gave me a fright. Thought it was coming to attack. I hate spiders. On me. This stuff's pretty dry too. And a little bit funny. Bar's a bit hot to have that go on. Just put that up there for now. We'll throw these over here. Oh bro, your camera's down now. Alright. Yeah. All the stuff's burnable now. Easy. You can tell that by the big cracks in the wood that it's dry. Yeah. 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 Whoops. Oh, did we leave the fuel on? We did! How did I do that? Idiot. It's out. Gas, are we? Yep. Of course we are. But it's got no. It's dry now. Oh well. Ain't got all bloody day. I can't be bothered trying to doctor up some wet wood. That's. I always like to leave myself a little bit of fuel. We actually have some at the front too. Come to think of it. That if we need it. That'll do, just in case I forget to turn that off. Excellent motors, these Lifan Chinese motors. They're so good on gas and they're just indestructible. From my knowledge anyway, I've never had any problems with any of them. I've got a few of them. I've got a 30 horse one on my on another one, on another splitter that's not here. This is a 15 horse. this yard empty of wood this year, eh? It's not going to happen unless I make it happen, but a little bit of soft stuff on the outside where it was resting in the dirt there. We'll just keep all of that actually, rather than add it to the pile here. That was perfect. This is my own personal pile right here anyways, of just knotty wood. Super knotty wood that is going to burn super extra hot. I like to make sure it's exactly what I want it to be, and we better just so, otherwise I'll be stressing about it. I'll get this down like this. Get down over there, but easily. So there we go. Took all day, but yeah, that's good. That's good. Now the sun's disgrace. Always a good moment. I tell you what, you can make a good bloody earn from doing firewood, man. Let alone if you cut the trees down as well, like I have, and you know, we're paid to do that as well. You can make a pretty freaking decent a lot of money, man. And it does add, like, you know, for me to bring this wood back to my yard can actually add on quite a lot more work, like a heck of a lot more work, let alone having a place to keep it, and just the amount of work that it takes to bring back wood like this, especially when there's lots of it. So generally the customer has to pay for that too. Otherwise you're leaving it on their property and then they have to deal with it, which is, you know, why most arborist companies just walk away. You know, you cut it down, walk away, or clean up the brush. You know, you want it cleaned up, you can pay for it, because it takes a lot of time, man. But in the end, if you cut that tree down and then you go and put it into firewood like I just have, I tell you what, it's worth it big time. Let alone if it's just for yourself or your friends, or, you know, firewood for your friends and family. If you came in here and started at 8 o'clock in the morning and were organized and everything went right, there's no way you couldn't make a decent amount of money. Like, I mean, in the thousands of money. Especially if you had someone else helping you, like driving the truck or something like that, doing deliveries or something like that. You could make a killing. We'll just let that idle forward there with the oh yeah, with the idle. Doesn't seem like it wants to until it warms up a little bit. We'll just sit here, have a nice little chat. YouTube hasn't really been showing my videos lately to many people. It's really starting to get on my nerves, but oh well, it's what it is. I really couldn't care less, to be honest. I just care for all of you, because I want, you know, there to be more watching rather than less. But it's what it is.
And I think we've got most of what we need to grab there. So I'll just go and chuck this off at a friend's house, and we're going to go and either, well, I need to go and wash the boat. I still haven't washed the boat from the last trip. I need to go home, wash the boat, and take the motor down the river and give it a good rinse out. It still hasn't been rinsed out. It's not a big deal, because, you know, what if I was still in a Portakey going on trips? You know, it wouldn't have been rinsed out then either. So in my opinion, it's, you know, it'll be fine. And then we're going to pack up and head for Kaiaua. Yeah, when I talk about going out for a week though, it makes me want to have a look at the weather again, and then maybe wait and go out on the weekend, and put all that effort into getting ready and going out for a week on loops. But at this point we're going to Kaiaua. I just changed my mind quicker. I'm pretty keen to just go to Taupo on the weekend is what I want to do. But now I want to go out on loops for a week. That sounds really good. And especially if we're live streaming 24/7. Get a little bit of a practice run in before we go out on our 30-day trip. I think that needs to get pushed forward. I know we've been talking about it for a long time. It needs to happen. I need a break out at sea, you know. I just need to stop going out and take the boat and get the steering sorted out so we can go and do that. My other good mate, he's in the hospital at the moment. He went in yesterday. I'm going to possibly go and see him too. I need to today. I told him I would. Yola everybody, thank you so very much, moderators. Thank you very much, all of you, for watching. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Cop just went past, staring at me big time like I'm doing something wrong. Bring it, mate. Bring it, old bloody tell you to shove off. Anyway. Not even speeding, he's looking at me. Most probably some bloody crybaby in this chat. Anyway, Yola everybody, thanks again, and I shall see you soon, tomorrow. I'm hoping to go spearing tonight as well, so I'm going to be going live tonight down at the river as long as the wind stays down. as well as I'm going to take the boat down and at least rinse the motor out. Geez, that girl looked like Caitlin Clark from the New Zealand basketball team. Oh, is she New Zealand? American, eh? She's American, Caitlin Clark. I think, yeah, it must be American. That looked like her, though. Anyway, I will see you later on, and please like, subscribe, share, comment if you haven't already, and we'll see you then. And thanks again. I don't know when, but it'll be soon. Yes, freaking I'm agitated. I definitely feel like I'm agitated today. At the moment, still agitated. When I chuck this wood off, I'm just gonna start biffing it like it's freaking a softball. Not. Yola, everyone. Thanks again. Catch you then. Keep cool, keep calm, keep strong, and keep safe. Yola. It's gonna be fishing time. It's gonna be fishing time. It's gonna be fishing time. Yola. Thanks again, moderators.